go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's safe to say I earned it, ain't a nigga gave me nothing. I'm ready to hop out on a nigga, get the bus. Know you heard me say you play, you late, don't make me push the butt. Full of pain, dropped enough tears to fill up a fucking bucket. Going for buckets, I bought a chopper. I got a big drum to hold 100. Ain't going for nothing, I'm ready to air it out on all these niggas. I can see them running. Just talk to my mom, she hit me on FaceTime just to check up on me and my brother. I'm really the baby, she know that the youngest son was always guaranteed to get the money. Okay, let's go. She know that the baby boy was always guaranteed to get the loot. She know what I do, she know if I run from a nigga, I'ma pull it out, shoot. PTSD, I'm always waking up in cold sweats like I got the flu. My daughter a G, she saw me kill a nigga in front of her before the age of 2. And I'd kill another nigga too, before I let another nigga do something to you. As long as you know that, don't let nobody tell you different, daddy love you.
Welcome back, Lsfl family, to Lsfl Gameday Live Wildcard Playoff Edition.
Yeah!
The final countdown has ended, unfortunately for the majority of the set, but for some of us, the journey continues. That's what we'll focus on today. We'd like to give a big shout out to the Steer Steakhouse on Orange Avenue in beautiful sunny Orlando, Florida. What a great scene out here, fellas. I think you can all agree and we appreciate you. And we're gonna find out soon how good those steaks are. We'd like to thank, I'll start out with my introductions and also thank the person who's paying for said lunch. Fred, let's call him the Lone Wolf Reyes. Ow! Ow! Welcome to the set, sir.
Get in, whoa. Thank you.
To our somewhat immediate right, our king is here, who is not much of a fucking king, I would say. And the queen, fuck him, Hubler. Welcome to the
Thanks for having me. Sorry, buddy. I know. I was like, God damn it, really?
How's your knee, Jason?
To my immediate right, it is Greg the Captain, or I'm sorry, let me take that back, Mrs. 5 and 8 Mayor. Welcome to the set, sir.
Knicks hat, basketball season. Let's go.
We used that joke already. All right, and then to my left, 99, stuck on it, stinky, dirty, sucky,
There you go. Tiny boat man.
All right, so like I said, a lot to get to. We've got the upcoming playoffs. We have some season stats we want to talk about and some other things that we want to talk about for the off season. But let's start with the last regular season breakdown.
Break it on down. Break it on down. See what they got. Break it on down.
That's because we're at the Steer. Ouch. All right, let's begin with our first matchup. We're going to start with the NFC, where nothing really meant shit. We have the Predators defeating the Jets 116.65 to 108.15. Fred and I, thankfully at the last minute, thanks to you, went with the Predators. Mike and Greg went with the Jets. Predators, big game by Darren Waller, 32 points. Insane. It was called right here on the set, and Freddie just laid it out, said the Jets couldn't cover the tight end, was completely right. Kirk Cousins and also Vikings defense, so you went all Vikings there, which played out for you. Eric, Lamar Jackson, 26 points. Montgomery and Robinson again, all filled your top three. Like I said, good way to close the season, but don't mean shit, Mr. Flanders. And you are waiting, Mr. Reyes. So we'll start with you, Mr. Reyes, the Mr. Nostradamus of the set. What'd you think of this matchup?
I thought it was a good matchup. Boy, when I seen Waller going off, I knew the Predators really had a good chance to win. And then he went with the defense of Minnesota. Minnesota had a great game. They said they're on a tear right now, so that's really good. On the Jet side, Lamar Jackson, at least he went back to normal. He had a great scoring week. That 6-7 record really doesn't define his season. A game here a day, so I am still nervous about what he can do in the wild card, but we'll get to that later. So good. Hey, Predators, good job. I don't pay for all lunch because of you. One of the reasons. Thank you. And Jets, I'll see you next week.
Ken, what you think, sir?
I mean, honestly, when you look at the scoring top to bottom, I mean, you know, Eric actually had a more solid week, really. I mean, you look at the scores that they put up, and I mean, you know, other than Will Lutz having a bad game, everyone else was somewhat solid. I mean, you know, when it comes down to it, I mean, Waller did most of his damage in the first half. I mean, that was just insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but, you know, I had him last year. I can attest to that. I mean, the guy's a machine. You know, and then the Minnesota defense, I mean, like you said, they've been playing better as of late.
They have, yeah.
You know, at the same time, though, I mean, they played, Jacksonville?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
let's
It's
be
matchup.
real.
If he would have started his other defense, it would have been worse. He had the Patriots on the bench.
Oh, I know.
41.
Wow. I saw that, and I was like, if that comes back to bite him in the ass, it's going to be rough.
That was one of the defenses
Yep, that would have been, but, you know. So, I mean, he faltered. I mean, you know, you see what Latavius Murray did. I mean, you know, usually if you have a running back that puts up 1 point, you can guarantee a loss. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Waller pulled that out. That was good to see. I mean, you know, I guess that's a way to go out on a high note for you, Nick. But, you know.
Absolutely. Greg, what do you think? Sorry, I mean to cut you out there.
You're good.
I mean, first of all, I'm used to sitting behind Freddie with his long-winded tyrant. Now I gotta go behind Ken. Like, you setting me up. What the? Like these two. Whew. Thanks for your points, guys. Again, I mean, that's for the Jets. I don't think it's the way you want to end your regular season going and finishing under 500. But for Nick, great way to, you know, end your season. You know, Waller did go off against a sad-ass Jets fucking defense. I don't know what the fuck Greg Williams is fucking doing. But,
Nothing now.
good way to end your season because hopefully that carries over the next season. Get you more focused for next year. Eric, whew, maybe you need to do little tweaks here and there because you got Fred next week. So, you know, but good game. Overall, good game. 116-108. Can't get no better than that.
Absolutely. Good game. Mike, what do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, Nick did the thing this week. He did a good, enough to win kind of thing. Did you see that the Patriots hung 41 in scoring this week? But, you know, that's good for the Lsfl that Nick ended up giving Eric his first losing season.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you talked about
They
that.
kind of put
Like
you in
that,
the toilet bowl, right? I mean, am I right there, too?
No.
I put him in the
But
toilet
yeah,
bowl.
we'll get to that.
Has he? Is this his first losing season?
It's his
Yeah.
first losing
Wow.
season now. Yeah.
But he still made the playoffs.
And you talked about that last week. You know, you said that you know
Six straight seasons?
six, yeah.
The
Six straight
LSFL
with
hasn't had too many wins this year. Against the WSFL, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Nick, you know,
I
beat Eric.
I think I was gonna say that for
yeah,
the
this was a statement, division game, you know.
yeah. I was gonna save this statement for the bet, but I think I'm just gonna say it now. I think we can do away with the WSFL frame, and I think these gentlemen have earned their way in this league enough to be called now LSFL.
I agree.
Can we all agree to that? mean,
I can't agree with the Eldorados. They're
Y'all
the ones.
guys-
Sorry.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't.
The Jets maybe because they got 2 titles under their belt, right?
One.
2 or 1?
One.
1.
I had a
No,
guy.
I got
Alright,
one.
what if
The
the
Goats got
let's put
one.
it this way? What if the Eldorados end up taking it all the way this year? What do you think? And
Then I would consider it because-
then each one of them have won a title
Yeah.
at that point.
I can see that because I can't compare the Eldorados. He's just like the fucking Rattlers. They're on the same boat.
Anyway, all right.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Jets, you can now. You are LSFL.
I'm kind of stubborn, Jason.
Well, Fred will be joining the WSFL, so we'll be there'll be lots to report on that next season. So don't worry, there'll be lots of little cross fun with that. All right, let's move on to our next matchup.
So, last week, it was nice.
and all the girlies say I'm pretty fly.
It was nice that I had a victory. Too bad I didn't have like 4 more of them, or else I would have been in the playoffs. Nice week, Greg. Again, I'm sorry, not Greg. I'm sorry, my fault. Eric. Nice of me to get a win out of my rival. Like I said before, he's my rival. I'm not his because he's like 9-3 against me now. So nice win. A great game out of Waller, man. 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then I go and bench David Carr. Whatever, Holmes. And then I picked up Kirk Cousins. So anyway, I'm out of the playoffs, and I will be back. I'll be back next year. I'm going to go from worst to first. You said it here. Actually, you heard it here. I said it here. And before I go, I brought it up in the chat. I would like for us to abolish the tight end for next year. Not say it doesn't have to be a set position. You can pick a tight end, but we'll have an extra flex because after the 7th ranked tight end, it's a wash. You get an average of 3 to 5 points if best. You got your top 7 tight ends. You can pick them as part of your flex. They could be a receiving option for you. If you don't want to pick a tight end, you don't have to pick a tight end, but we don't have to have a designated tight end spot. All right, folks, the phone is ringing. That is my cue, and I'm going to get on out of here. And I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you, and a Happy Hanukkah. All right, talk to you later, Pete. Bye.
Nick, Predators, what can I say? You won. You made some waiver wire picks, even though you were out of the playoffs, which I don't really agree with. Jason obviously doesn't have a problem with it. Maybe some other people don't, but I did. But I guess you accomplished what you wanted. You won. You didn't get the Toilet Bowl Award. So I hope you're proud of yourself. Congratulations on your huge accomplishment.
On to our next matchup. We had the Brooklyn Jesters defeating the Boston Massacre 81.4 to 73.35. Fred and I both went with the Jesters. Mike and Greg both went with the Massacre. Mahomes powered them Jesters again, 22.5. You had Crowder came up big for you. That was big for you. And Thielen as well. Russell Wilson for the Massacre, per the usual. Dalvin Cook, the same usual suspects. And Colts D rounded you out. Strong finish for you, Fred. 3 wins in a row. This was actually your underdog pick, by the way. I went ahead and gave that to you, so good job on that. And for the Massacre, is there a reason to be nervous? I mean, you'd be struggling. I don't know, it's been 3 losses in a row. Is there a reason for you to be nervous at this point? So, Mike, what'd you think about this matchup? I see.
Yeah, I mean, the tight end position hurt him this week. And I think that the Massacre they're going to be fine. I don't think that this is anything to worry about. If they get McCaffrey back soon, they'll be at strength enough to be able to give whoever comes out of the Jesters game a fair fight. So I'm not worried about the Massacre right now.
Gotcha. Hold on 1 second. We're going to pause 1 second because our salads and soup have arrived.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind, we'd love to have them. This is perfect for the show. I just wanted to show everybody the earned lunch.
That's Steer's Steakhouse.
Steer's Steakhouse on Orange Avenue.
You had the French dressing?
He did.
I'm so glad you got that.
Oui.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you got the music thing.
How was it?
Thank you very
Am I
much.
passing the silverware? Thank you so much. Can I get one of those too, please? Thank you so
You
much.
want the cheese or without?
With.
I'm an oddball.
Extra clay. He loves cholesterol.
I didn't know.
Can't you tell? Thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack my pepper. What do you think of this matchup?
Could I get some of that peppermint?
You sure can. What do you think of this matchup, sir?
I think this is good for Fred. Good way to end the season. Good way to go in. I also think this is, I want to say the upset of the year because the Massacre putting up number 1 in scoring, best record, tied for the best record in the league, and Fred's been chugging along the whole season.
I'm sorry.
Pepper, please. Sorry.
It's fine, man.
I'm paying for this shit. I can get whatever I want.
So, again, Fred, I think this is a good win. Massacre, I want to say this. Good thing you did get the bye. Because next week, I don't know what you would have done with not being on the bye, putting together your lineup. Gibson is hurt. I'm not sure if McCaffrey's going to play. So, the bye is going to come in handy for you. Fred, good win. Congratulations. And what is this, your 5th, 6th division title?
8th.
Okay. Fred's 8th. Yeah, I didn't want to give him that much props, but his 8th division title. So, good job, Fred. Good way to end the season, sir.
Thank you.
You could say he's the king of the North, I think you would say, with 8.
How many King of the North are there? For real.
There's only one.
Love it.
Anybody but me, I guess.
Ken, what do you think of this matchup?
Boring. Wasn't much to it. I mean, Antonio Gibson didn't do shit,
Hey, you're keeping it real. Both of these powerhouses in the NFC, 81 was the most they got.
You're right.
Like I said, I think the bye week will help. We'll see what happens with Antonio Gibson. I'm already hearing things about Peyton Barber and stuff. I don't know how well that happened. Gibson will still get the goal line carries, so. And I think with the bye week coming through, McCaffrey will be back. I mean, Freddie won the division. I mean, there's no question in that, but I think he's got a little roster movage to make happen to be able to make a really big push down the stretch. But it could be done because when you got Pat Mahomes, you can pretty much do anything. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, boring matchup.
True story. All right, Fred, what'd you think about your pat on the back matchup?
I think I wanted to do what I did. I beat him. So know that he can't be beat. Mahomes had 22 points, but he didn't have his 35, 37,
True.
We both had shit for tight ends. I got 0.5, he got 0. And, I got 0 points for my kicker. And he got, and he got 0.1 from James White, so it all evened out. So, Nick, good game. I gotta get it ready for the Jets. I heard we cannot trade now, right? Nobody can trade.
Nope.
Outside the playoff teams.
Right.
That sucks ass. I had to trade him place. Ken! 2 weeks ago, he's been out the playoffs.
So you want to trade with him now that he's not playing at all?
No, I was going to trade with 2 weeks ago, but he's been out the playoffs for 2 weeks.
Right. Well, when he was out, correct.
Either or. Good game. And hopefully I see you in the conference championship.
All righty. Well, we'll see. Hopefully it's a lot more eventful than that matchup. Let's move on to our next pick.
My game last week against the Bronx Jets ended up in a disappointing loss. Congratulations, Eric. My team relies heavily on Dalvin Cook and Russell Wilson, and definitely didn't get the points I needed out of the two of them, more so Dalvin Cook. But needless to say, it was a good win for the Jets. Now I'm riding a 2-game losing streak going into the playoffs, and we're about to turn that around in 2 weeks. But it's been a good season. Very happy with the team's performance. I'm disappointed in the last 2 weeks, but we'll get it together here.
On to our next matchup. This was the end of the trilogy known as the Toilet Bowl Part 3. Oh boy, the Dragons crushing, stomping, stepping in some shit.
Wait, Jason, you hear that? You hear that? Somebody just flushed the toilet. Make sure you spray.
I mean, something's on your shoe, Greg. This was nasty. 111.85 to 61.8. Ooh. Mike, you were the lone wolf on this pick yourself. Fred, Greg, and I all went with the Dragons. Josh Allen, 35.85. He had Butker or whatever. He put in, I think, 16 points, right? Yeah.
Thanks, Fred.
Yeah, wow.
Asshole.
Yeah.
Miles Gaskin also rounded you out for the Bombers.
Thanks, Dolphins.
For Mr. Hill, that came in big for you. Taysom Hill, whatever, you finally put that in, and that came in big, 27 points. Packers, and then you had nothing other over in double digits. So we all talked about that all year.
0.
All right, well, again, good finish for the Dragons, but I brought it up earlier. Is it now Mrs. 5 and 8? We have Mr. Now, do we have Mrs.? Is that it? Listen, this was your snore of the week, Fred. But
it was snored.
It was a snore because of an ass whooping. You thought that they were just both going to be shitty. I mean, let's put it that way.
I thought you said no one's going to score over 100.
I didn't think so neither.
Oh, by the way, the spicy pick of the year, the final game.
0 points.
Nasty ass whooping.
I genuinely felt bad for Mike.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. He played. I was like, oh, I think that's like, fuck. No Frank Gore, 0 points, you're running back. 0 points from Hilaire.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, Mike's fucking toast. Kyle Rudolph, 0 points. Dude, that's
embarrassing.
You're really trying to find something good to say. Go ahead.
I can't.
There isn't. There isn't.
3 points, your other running back, you were just destined to be shit.
Mm.
He said it, he goes, my fucked up. Yeah, and now he has to have to pay for lunch.
Second toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait a minute, time out. So let's go ahead and address that.
Yep.
Oh my God, can Ken get
Where is my toilet bowl on my page?
I'm going to add it.
No, you're going to add it now.
No, you've already earned it.
It was a Lions.
I said to you that I would not put the wins, or the losses, I'm sorry, I wouldn't put the record of that seat on your, that's the only thing I didn't do, but your toilet bowl, you definitely earned. That's why I gave it to you that
Even though
year.
I didn't do
Let me say this.
I didn't draft it.
Let me say this.
You did help draft one.
I didn't.
We were all there. We saw it. Yeah, we did.
But time out. I don't want to say this.
Thank you. All witness. We saw
I usually
it.
go with Mike and try to help Mike, but on this one,
Thank
Mike.
you. Hey,
I do have to say because
is.
you knew he stopped putting in his lineup, what, the third week?
Right.
Yes.
And I told him about it, and he continued
that
to
one
let
you
it
have to
happen.
eat.
Responsibility.
Your
Yeah,
responsibility.
that one you might have to eat a little bit.
Right.
Man, you
Done.
should put the
Okay, I
record
just
on
wanted.
that.
Okay, so
now
we
you-
are
now
No,
let's
don't put the
seven.
record
We're
because then they'll give
clear
him 100
on what this is.
No, right. No.
We're
You
clear
don't
on what
get
this
the,
is.
you don't get the wins
but-
or the losses. No, he's not getting the losses from that season.
Or the
He
wins.
gets the toilet bowl.
That's fine. Fair.
Those
Fair.
losses don't add to a
That's
season.
why you're not the Rattlers
It's
with
fair.
3 toilet bowls, so you're okay.
Right.
It's
You
fair.
got time. You
Right.
got time.
Right.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
Ken, let's go back. Ken, what you think?
It was Josh Allen versus Taysom Hill.
Mike,
The
I
rest
think
of the
someone's
matchup
coming to
was-
get you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, look, it's the ambulance.
All right, go ahead.
That was his whole thing. He said it was Taysom Hill, Josh Allen.
That was it? That's your analyst?
He shit the bed.
All right, Greg, what you think?
He shit the bed. There was
You told
nothing
him to
to
be short.
What do you want me to say about it? Look at
You
it.
did tell me kind of breaking it up. So that was good.
It wasn't spicy, that's for sure.
.2.
Yeah.
Not even a whole point.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna
Wait,
do.
wait,
We're just gonna
wait,
get the
wait, wait,
scoreboard.
wait,
Is that
wait,
the way-
wait,
is that our
wait.
analyst? Like,
Can
we
I
get it.
finish? Can I
Go
finish?
ahead. What do you think?
Did
Greg?
you say
I
something
just want to ask everyone on the set.
Did you say something about a cold ass honky last week?
What is the toilet bowl? A 0.
Hey, I did that.
So,
Rewind. I did that.
a 0.
You plagiarizing ass motherfucker. You know that?
I don't give a fuck.
Something to be proud
Because if
of.
anybody copies you, they're going to end up 3 and 10.
You talking about records?
Guys,
Listen, we talk about this year, Mike.
I'm just saying.
You
This is my first time
you real
ever
salty.
being 3, and this is the
You're
worst I've ever
salty.
done.
You're real salty.
Mike's looking to deflect.
He is looking to deflect.
I'm defending. That's not deflecting.
Defending what? 3 players? 4 players with 3 points?
Again,
Bro.
we can read the scoreboard.
You know
what you don't have, and that's 100 wins.
I took it on you. I took it easy on you this whole season. I didn't.
No, you're right.
I didn't
Because your
talk
record
shit.
was shit too, but let's go.
My record was not shit. I finished better than you. Listen, Listen, good season. But
Was it though?
look, we get to the off season. That's all. Be focused. And hopefully you turn it around.
Yeah.
And be the bombers that you usually are. But
Mike?
Oh, he was.
Second toilet.
But that was a spicy pick,
What happened to her there?
Nothing?
Mike.
Nothing?
They just benched
Yeah.
him?
All right.
It was a scratch.
Is it
All
a
right.
healthy scratch?
Mike has nothing left to say. Let's go to our next matchup. Where you were? Go ahead, say it. What do you got to say?
Let's go.
Hi, Mike. Mike.
Yeah, that was weak sauce, man. Like, you used my own thing I used on you, and you tried to say the same thing on me. That was pretty. I expect better. Again, I'm gonna go ahead
I
and keep
expect
it
better from you.
Anyway,
Together a draft.
it was an epic collapse all the way around. I mean, go ahead and point to every part of it. You can look at it,
Trades,
everything,
drops,
everything. Epic, as worse as it
lineups.
can be, and it still wasn't as bad as you. So,
Ring around the rosy. All right.
he's the original.
Let's move on to
Nobody
our
better.
next matchup. Moving on to our next matchup, when the AFC where things actually mattered, the Sharks 103.35 to 94.45 to the Rattlers. I want to sound excited, but I can't because this fucking clown over here. But myself, Greg, and Fred all went with the Sharks. Mike, dumbass, went with the Rattlers. Mike actually said I was the bomb of the week because he's fucking dumb. I chose the lock myself, which I was correct. Aaron Rodgers, 26 points. Justin Jefferson and Chubb. For Jose, the fucking Deshaun Watson, Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Boyd. Great. 4 straight losses, Jose. You keep talking shit about me and what I did. 4 straight losses. You only played me 2 of those times. So 2 other times ain't got shit to do with me, partner. Sorry, Shark bitch. Part 3. Can't wait for next year where we start the trilogy all over again.
All right,
Wow.
moving along.
So yep, Fred, what'd you think?
If I'm Jose, I'm fucking heartbroken. To be 6-3, number 1, second like in scoring, to lose 4 in a row, to end up the season under 500. I mean, and then to blame your whole life on Jason. You lost 5 other times.
He's still whining.
You lost 5 other times to other people. Listen, man, you didn't make the moves you should have made. Fuck the score. I'm not gonna go through that. You didn't make the move. You were sending bullshit trades to people who all laughed at it every time we met up with each other. You didn't do what you needed to win. Plain and simple. The game was yours. It was yours for the taking, bro. That was it. So maybe next year, man. Maybe next year you get off the boat.
Ken, yeah, that's good. Ken, you get no fucking comment on this game. Great.
I made a big statement. I said this game is going to define Jose's career, right? This is the definition of Jose's career. What was he like? Number 3 in scoring.
Yeah.
Had a, I want to say like a 3-game lead in the division.
Chilling.
Undefeated, minding his own business, just chugging along. And then you crash and fucking burn. Worried about other things instead of worried about yourself. And I think that's what went wrong. And it's ironic that Tiger Woods. But okay, man, I text you and I spoke to you. Just stay focused, bro. You was focused the whole season, and you just let outside influences fuck with you. This is you though. This is the Rattlers. This is Jose's store. Miami Rattlers culture. This is you. This is you. You are the definition of shit.
Speaking of shit, Mike,
Shit to shit,
bro.
Shit to shit.
So, my man,
Let's get shitty.
like, it's not like you gave up. I mean, you really were active as hell this year. You were super active compared to normal seasons. So, he did. He was involved.
He was involved talking-wise.
He was involved. That's involved.
Mike, he didn't make any smart pickups during the season.
Mike's handing out a participation trophy.
The best
down
pick
here.
that Jose made all season. I'm sorry.
But if you want to jump in anyway.
But I'm going to give you back the floor.
Wait.
I'm going to give you back the floor. But the best pickup Jose made all season was me suggesting to him to pick up Benny Snell. Like, he didn't make any moves.
But we cannot totally dog the man. He was fucking scoring.
Yeah, no, he had a good.
He's putting up mad points.
You had a good.
But did he make the playoffs? What was his record?
Make the playoffs. I mean,
what was his record?
Great.
You choked when it mattered.
He choked.
Oh, to answer, your 4 straight wins, you're still under 500.
Oh,
versus
God.
me.
But,
Anyway.
14
anything else on this?
Whip your
On this
ass.
game.
3-10.
Anyway.
Toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Bombed.
I mean, I feel you, Jose, man.
You got bombed the whole
messed up.
season.
It messed up.
The Bronx bombed.
You bounced back with, the trade with me with Watson. I mean, I didn't give you shit.
Smart trade, Mike.
Another brilliant move by me. So, but yeah, you were number 2 scoring. It just didn't work out, homeboy.
That's it.
Yeah, it sure the fuck did. All right.
And now next year we're gonna hear 0-19. 0-19.
No. Listen. I'm not gonna harp on it anymore about Jose. It was
We all
gonna
know
be
that's a damn lie.
0-17, 0-18 next year. But 0-18. I'm not gonna say it though. But you are 0-18. And Jason, you have the blueprint for the hot tub?
No. The problem is he's gonna do like fucking Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back. I'm gonna Jedi. They can start a new trilogy.
Right.
The one after that one. The Phantom Menace.
That was worse than the
Shark
original.
Bitch 1, 2, and 3. The Return of Shark Bitch 4, 5, 6. Afterlife of Shark Bitch 7, 8, 9.
The return of the shark bitch.
I love it. That's gonna be the first film of
4,
next
5,
year.
and
I
6.
can't
Return of
wait.
Shark Bitch.
I love it. Let's move on to our next matchup.
So my end of my season didn't end like how I wanted to. There was a little discrepancy, I believe, with the Tyrant and some other team that made a trade. But I won't cry over spilled milk. We'll move on to next season. Learned a lot of stuff this year. I'm going to pass those on to next year and see how it goes.
Moving on to our next fucking matchup, we have the El Dorados Team of the Week stomping on this fucking bitch over here. The No King and the King of Ass and Purple Suck is what I'm It's a 92.65. Myself, Greg, and Mike all went with the dumb fuck, and the fucking Fred went with 31 points. Great job from Tanny, fucking me over again. And how about that Dolphins D? I love seeing it. Aaron Jones for the Grimace, put in some work for you. I think I put down Marvin Jones in Seattle. I don't even care. All right, not for nothing though. Congratulations, back-to-back AFC South titles for the El Dorados, and not for nothing you did in style, finishing with the Team of the Week. That was big time. Fred, what you think?
Oh, this game was huge.
Yeah, it was good.
And I called El Dorados as Team of the Week.
You did. I'm so sorry. Correct. You did say that. Correct.
Everybody was laughing at me on that camera again. Motherfuckers. But listen, Justin Herbert, 6 points after he was getting 20, 25, 30 a game. There could have been a couple of things that he did that could have got him a few more points, like Mostart. You didn't start Aaron Jones when he came back the first week because you were worried about him. It was Eckler. But then you started Mostart the first week he came back.
No, Mostart played last week.
Yeah, but sparingly. It wasn't like... So he did leave points at the bench. Nothing he can do. I would have rolled with Herbert too. He fucked it all up. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
What it is.
Well, first I'm gonna congratulate Craig. I mean,
Oh, are you?
Hey, no, man, he whooped my ass. He showed up for once.
Actually, I'm just going to interrupt you because I don't really care what you have to say. Our waitress is here with our reward lunch, so I did want to take the time to honor said lunch with with the arrival of the lunch.
Oh my God.
All righty. Here it comes.
Are you paying by card or cash?
Nice. My car is actually parked the closest.
Yeah,
to
Look at this lane.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at that.
Thank you, man.
Mistakes are painful.
That's okay.
If you're paying.
Yep.
It smells great, Mike.
Shannon?
We'll see.
Well, our
You need another beer?
I'm good at the moment.
All right. Anyone need any more drinks or anything?
We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
Enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Nom nom nom. It's time to eat our reward. Anyway, let's talk about your fucking bullshit.
Thank you, man.
Hey,
So
man.
here's what you have
No
to say.
worries.
Yep, pretty much. Herbert shit the bed, you know, congrats to Craig. You know, last year he choked in the playoffs against me. And, you know, he showed up and showed he was serious this week. I thought I was finally going to have my team ready to play. Get to at least see what they could have done when they were healthy. Obviously that didn't happen. Lockett was shit too. Craig, you won, but that's as far as you're going anyway. Either way though, congrats for showing up. I can't say nothing else about it. You whooped my ass. Cooper, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you suck. Greg, I forgot to also mention this was your 187, but it was for the Grimace. You thought he was at 187, so you were completely fucking wrong.
Need some more salt. Because you're real salty. Can't let you down. Let you down big time.
I did my part.
You did what you were supposed to do, win. But this should be a lesson to you, sir. Do not bend your knee for anyone. Fake phony king we got over here. Hear ye, hear ye.
There's no fucking hear ye this week. God,
No.
do his
Is
own
there even a
goddamn
king's
hear
court
ye.
this week?
He would do his own guy. Yeah,
No,
fuck his court.
he's
I'm
on
gonna
the-
call it something else.
Oh, well,
Matt, are you going? Okay, good.
but I just want to say, Craig, good job. Back-to-back division titles.
You want his merchandise again?
No, still don't want a t-shirt. But for you to keep your head going and stay focused and keep pushing
That's what it
along.
was.
Unlike your division rival, the Rattlers, who when Jason made a trade, you didn't get worried. You didn't shake.
Yep.
You didn't falter. You kept pushing right along. While as Jose, who's continuing to cry in the group text as we speak about said trade. You stayed focused, sir. And to that, I congratulate you. Good luck in the playoffs. And Ken,
I know.
There wasn't much I could look forward to last week. So the fact that Cooper got down on that knee, boy, that was fun. For me. But damn, Ken, you had four of your power position plays at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver 666.
wow.
That's part of the reason, my man.
So,
On that offseason.
Wow.
I think we got to say something on that part, but
Yeah, wow.
I think the AFC West is no longer Kansas. Because Mark has been 1-5 of the last 6.
Yeah.
So I think all that hype that we give Ken is out the door. That was great for the first.
I think so.
Maybe first 11 years.
I think he needs to earn it back. I agree. I
But
think.
Freddie,
But hey, you're running for
he did win,
president,
but he
so
did win
you got that
the
going for
championship
you.
last year.
Correct.
That's
But to
true.
be the I am the AFC West king, I think that's out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mark is actually giving him a run for his money. Remember, Grimace was great when the hip
Mark
was
and-
there and Shock was
listen,
there and all that
I
crazy
never had
shit.
the hippos in my division.
Listen,
He was great back then when you were beating them AFC foes like that.
but not only
I still
think-
had to go through him to get to the
I
finals.
think that
But
he
not
really
only
has to
Mark.
start establishing his dominance again like he used to.
But not only Mark, AJ been improving. Don't sleep on
Has
it.
AJ won this division ever?
He won this.
Yeah, it's just work.
Last year, he won this year.
He won this
I
year.
don't see
Big
how he's
year
won
for AJ.
5. That means
Yeah.
Mark's never won the
So that
division.
means you haven't won your division in 6 years. That's big.
Right.
What happened to that dominance, that scary factor, like, oh shit, it's the Grimace.
Well,
Everybody's scared of
I-
the clown.
That's what's gonna happen. It's happening to the Patriots now. Nobody ain't worried about them no more.
Right. Well, nobody's fucking worried about
You
Ken.
didn't worry
All
last
right,
year
let's
when I won
move
the belt
on to
either,
our
did you?
next matchup. Who gives a shit what he's got to say?
I'm glad it wasn't a repeat from last year, man, where you boot me out of the playoffs, man. I squawked one by there with my trashy players, dude. So very grateful for that, man. I can't say much after that, man. I mean, it was a little bit of a ass whooping, if I do say so, but that's neither here nor there. Hey, Nostradamus, you might be right, man. Mark's got a pretty good lineup this week, and if I get past him, AJ's no joke, man. So we'll see how right you are, man. Put your bets down, buddies. We'll see you next year, man.
All right, on to our final breakdown. It was our game of the week last week. It was the Bucks defeating the Goats 115.85 to 63.55. Ooh. Fred and I both went with the Bucks. Mike and Greg both went with the Goats. Kyler Murray for the Bucks, I mean, a subpar game, but still, he still had a great game. He had 20 points from him. Kelsey and Kamara were not too far behind him as well. Roethlisberger for the Goats, that was your big guy for that, 21 points. Carson put in some work, and Tyreek Hill finished you out. Finished strong, AJ. Congratulations, it is your 5th AFC West championship. That was a good way to finish it too. You finished off your opponent, who's worthy one as well. For Mark, -7 for the Titans defense, man. That's tough. You didn't show up for this big game, and I think you might even be in trouble this week as well. So also Greg, excuse me, this was your slim pick of the week. And it definitely wasn't slim, but you did it for Mark. So, Fred, you know what this means. It was the SWAT of the week.
That's what it is. All right, I'm gonna use his buddy shit this week.
Just missed that.
The Jets.
You good?
I got scared.
Now,
Wow.
he definitely deserves the SWAT. This guy is the most up and down team there is. You go from 160 to 63, or 180, some crazy amount of shit. And I was asking Jason, because Jason told me, he knew you for a long time. I said, well, this guy born and raised in fucking Tennessee? The Tennessee Kickers, the fucking Tennessee, like, running back. I'm like, damn, this guy must be from Nashville. But when Tennessee played great last week, hey, it helped you. But more than a lot of times, and I've said this many, many times, if you have 2 or 3 players on the same team, you're not going to do well. It just doesn't work. I learned that many times. It doesn't work. So, AJ, I picked you. I think you're going to do well. You could enjoy your bye this week like Nick K. And it's funny now we're going to have, so we're not going to say it after today, no more the moniker, but Craig and Mark, WSFL,
Yeah.
newcomers,
I'm saying.
against each other in the wild card.
Ken, I guess we can hear what you have to say about this.
Yeah, I finally get an opinion. Hey man, that division is tough from week to week. If you don't put up points, you don't win. You know, Mark came out strong the last couple weeks. Did enough to win to get into the playoffs. AJ showed out. I mean, that's all there really is to see. I guess we'll see what happens in 2 weeks when they play again. I don't know, though. Like I said, Derrick Henry, I mean, he shit the bed, but Cleveland jumped out of the gate on that game. So that's what kept Derrick Henry out of it. That's usually not going to be the case. You know, I think he's got enough to make the run. It's going to come down to matchups. But congrats, AJ. Good job, buddy. I really think you're probably going to win the thing this year, but we'll talk about that in a bit. And don't shit the bed.
Greg, what do you think?
Mike shit enough, right? I don't want to keep harping on this, but not you. See, I wasn't gonna focus, but AJ must have had one of the best drafts ever in league history. I mean, and I want to pick his brain. One of these days when we probably have a special, the Fantasy Bowl special, I'll probably be interviewing him for the big game, because the way that he put this team together, Murray, Kamara, Hopkins, Kelsey, he has a top 10 player in every fucking major position. So it's like, I don't see AJ losing. Mark, tough, bro. To go from, what was it, 140, 150, whatever he put up last week, to 63, that ain't going to cut it. And to lose this way going into the playoffs, we're going to be facing the El Dorados next week. Not the way to start the playoffs, bro. But both you guys, congratulations to the playoffs, because I'm not in it. So, obviously.
Pat myself on the back for calling Mahomes to Kelsey.
Mahomes to
Kelsey.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that was ugly.
Costa Rican over there.
That was as ugly as Mike's season this year.
Mike, any
Yeah, he's treating you like Jose, bro.
Mike, close us out.
Feel like they closed out the season.
I mean, that was a good statement game for AJ. Started strong, finished strong. Draft from beginning to end. Yes, probably one of the best, from draft to end of this regular season performances that we've seen in a while. Jason would go, what was it? You'd say Murray, Kelsey, Kamara, I'm done.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it is. It exactly what it was. Yep. So, I mean, it's going to be a real. AJ's going to have to face one of the guys from the WSFL going into the finals.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see. So,
for sure. I wonder who I'll be pulling for in that match.
Last week's matchup, nothing to talk about. Got my ass whooped. So congratulations to you, AJ, and congratulations on winning the division. Hope to see you next week. Hopefully, I see you.
So I was able to knock off the GOATs last week, and get back on a winning streak. So that was good. They're always a tough out. So it was nice to do that and win my division and, claim the top spot in the AFC. So that was nice to add to the resume. Still got 3 more games to win though. So looking forward to them, man. Whoever it is.
All right, on to our pick segment. So that is the reason why we're here at the Steer. No, shameless plug. All right, so Greg, last week, let's talk about this last week. Fred Nostarican Reyes went 6-0 again, which meant that Mike went 0-6. An improbable comeback has happened, and today they are splitting lunch. ironically, me and Greg talked because I wasn't gonna do Freddie bad. I was gonna go get a sandwich or something. But the minute that they were both doing it, I said, "Oh hell no! I'm definitely getting this thing now. It's on now." So now on the other side of it, I went 5-1. Greg, you went 2-4. I didn't. I guess in my drunken stupidness, I didn't switch up enough. So you are our champion at 46-32. I have brought your said award. You have a congratulations. So you put it on your mantle, as you told Jose.
Well, guess what? I won something this year. I'm speechless. Thank you. You guys are great. Making dumbass picks every week.
Mistake.
At least I knew something this year. It wasn't my team, but I knew how to pick everybody else's. So, thanks, guys. Wait, Jason. Is it the same place you're going to get Mike's toilet bowl made at?
It is. Work out a little something.
What is this?
He'll work a little something out. All right.
Maybe the Greg Mayer Award.
Well, even though I just ate nom nom nom, it's time for the Stat Shack.
Oh God.
All right, nom nom nom, it's time for the Stat Shack. And let's start with the bets. The thrilling conclusion of this bet that started out at Cooper Island way back when in the summer. The WSFL this week scored 294 points to the LSFL's 255, making them ahead 39.3, which means for the year, the WSFL scored 3,861.8 to the LSFL's 3,691.3, a difference of 167 points. I am sorry to say you all are out of Fred's money, and Fred's money is going to the WSFL moniker that is actually over.
So wait a minute. Sorry.
Yes.
So not only does Freddie have to pay the bet, but he has to pay league fees when he goes into WSFL. Oh shit!
It's payday, and he's paying for lunch. It's
Damn,
great.
you gonna make Mark get a hot tub?
You gotta let me down. What you laughing about?
Put up 60 points.
And next week, we're going to have a special ceremony of the paying off of this bet. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, he's going to do it for the other money.
No,
actually, you're going to do it live. So we'll talk about that later.
My stomach's hurting even more right now.
All righty. All right, let's actually, I wanted to real quick talk about the ending of the power rankings. All right, so this is the end of the year, and I just wanted to go back to the preseason rankings real quick, too. So we just talk about this real quick, because we always laugh about it, and I was like, well, let's compare it real quick. All right, so number 1, Boston Massacre. Post-draft ranking, number 9. So we got that
Just
wrong.
ESPN or Mike's?
Mine. Yeah, the ESPN, right. So LA Bucks, our preseason ranking, number 1. So he was at number 2. I think we got that right. Fort Pierce Eldorados, number 2 in the preseason ranking. They were ranked number 3. I think we got that right.
That's not bad.
Jesters, number 4. We break them on the preseason ranking, number 5. So we got that pretty correct. The Sharks end up at number 5, preseason ranking number 6.
Wow.
Also pretty close. Goats preseason ranking, they're number 6. Their preseason ranking was number 10. So we did not get that right. Although if you look at their points, you're like, maybe we were right on that one. Here's one we got wrong. The Rattlers at number 7, preseason ranking number 11. We got that, definitely got that wrong. He was a much better team this year. Number 8, the Jets, preseason ranking number 3. So, we got that kind of wrong. Although going back to the same thing, his points and records, 6 and 7, maybe we weren't too far off. Predators at number 9. Preseason ranking was number 8. And
you skipped this one.
10, the Dragons, preseason ranking number 4. Grimace, preseason ranking number 12. So we got that kind of right. And the Bombers, preseason ranking number 7. You were ending the season at number 12 because you suck. Let's talk about the scoring. All right, the Boston Massacre at 1,412.9. That ended up being 8th all time. So of all of the 17 years, Nick was 8th among points, the
That's
point
pretty
leaders.
cool. Wow.
Now we talk about point leaders. The Sharks have the most scoring titles for 6. The Grimace have 4 of them. And so we have our first Steer trivia question. There is 2 teams. You staring at my sheets?
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer.
There are 2 teams in the LSF that are tied for number 3 with 2 scoring titles. So I'm going to give you guys one guess of who you might think it is. Mike, who do you think it might be?
Freddie might have been one.
Fred?
There's only one team we're picking, or both?
You just pick one. You got
I think it's me and the Peckers.
Okay. Who do you think?
I'm gonna
He still fucking sleep.
2 scoring titles.
I already saw it.
Let me say. Really? But I know it ain't you.
Oh,
It ain't
dude,
me.
get a fucking game. This is not supposed to take
I don't
all
know,
day.
man. Let me say.
Just throw a name out.
Let me say AJ and Jose.
Wrong. All right. Believe it or not, the Boston Massacre have 2 scoring titles, one from 2017, and the Las Vegas Spartans had 2 scoring titles, believe it or not. The Bucks,
Wait,
Boozers,
the
and
same
Goats
Spartans that
have
went
one.
2-11
Yes, the
or
same
1
Spartans,
Wow.
believe it or not. The least scorer of this season was Ken with 1,200. That is actually, you are ranked bottom of all time. So of all the last scorers, you did the best, put it that way. Rattlers and Jesters, you have 3 last scoring titles, if you want to call that. 3 Dragons, you have 2. Hippos, 2. And the Eagle, Shock, Warriors, Spartans, Predators, Bombers, and Boston Predators back then finish off with number 1, with just 1. Congrats to the Boston Massacre this year for setting the Lsfl record for 187.75 points. That was pretty damn nasty, we'll have to say.
187 on the mother.
All right, so we're going to move on now to our favorite segment, Bombshells.
Back on my bullshit. Back to back on my bullshit. Matter of fact, that was bullshit. I'm going back to back to back on my bullshit.
Back on my bullshit. Yeah, had I known how my season was gonna go, I probably wouldn't have picked that draft song. Anyway, welcome back to Bombshells. I am your boy, the original BXB. And I'm going to, act my record, y'all. I mean, luckily I don't have commentators on the show that are going to be able to properly dissect me and pick me apart. So this toilet bowl won't be as bad as it could be if I was the one giving the dirt. So, too bad you guys lost out on that one. But my role as the president of the Players Union is to not only hold the league accountable, but also other owners. So that's been my identity, hate it or love it, you guys vote. So anyway, instead of doing my normal, now I'm gonna act my record and I'm not going to trash anybody. I have no room to trash anyone. So instead, I'm gonna sing praises. I'm gonna go ahead and give shout outs. I'm not giving out any mid-season awards or last season awards or midweek awards or hourly awards. This is just gonna be my big ups to the performances and the positives of everybody in the league this year. We'll start with the Boston Massacre. Everything that was said about you in the offseason, now this season you have a chance to shut everybody up. If you get this chip, no more boat talk, none of that stuff. Everything, all your accolades can kind of be supported. Congratulations, Boston Massacre and Nick K. Then I'm going to talk about the Predators. Predators, Heart of a Champion. Was on Overwatch earlier in the season. And he came back and won just enough to avoid it. So, Heart of a Champion, Nick. Congratulations on that. Bronx Jets, man. Beat up, doubted, whatever. Still made the playoffs. Losing record, but, still culture is what we talked about all season. I'm going to switch sides over to AJ and the Bucks. Phenomenal season guy from the beginning to end. Number one on my post-draft rankings. Number one on Lsfl post-ranked drafts. You lived up to expectations, and now you have a chance to prove yourself in the playoffs. You and Nick K, if you guys remember the info, wow, incredible. San Francisco Goats. We found out who you were. Invisible Bully. I switched sides. I went from who is he to now I know who he is. Nothing but respect, fellow 49er fan. Big ups. Jose, man, you had it, scoring everything. I think you let yourself be your worst enemy. But nonetheless, stellar performance. Few team of the weeks, or one team of the week I think you had. Not bad. Craig, division champion, back to back. Multiple, tied for the team of the weeks of the year. Impressive, sir. I will be definitely interested in watching your matchup this week. Greg, listen, man. We, I will admit, I got a little bit more respect. Maybe it's because of the fact that I'm sitting on the toilet and now I know how it feels to be here. You gained some respect for me this year with your play, your moves. You're a worthy adversary, 0-13 and all. But I'm still better. Fred, I'm pulling for you this playoffs. You are definitely on a hot streak. You turned it up 2 seasons in a row now. Went from slow start to strong finishes. Let's get you into the finals. You get that third championship. Tie Nick Cave in our division for championships. Making that push for the Hall of Fame. Brooklyn's in the house. Did I miss anybody? Nope, didn't miss anybody. This is Mike and the original BXB. Bronx Bombers. See you next season.
And now it's time for the Dragon's Lair.
Hey guys, thank you for coming back to Dragon's Lair. On this week, we have a competitor. The man that's going to challenge Mr. Mike Hernandez for the president role of the union. So Ken has some things he wanted to share, and of course I have the commissioner on again this week. So, to rebuttal some of the things that Mike has been doing or not doing this year. So, gentlemen, thank you for coming on the set this week.
Thanks for having me.
So Ken, what made you decide to run for the Players Union president this upcoming next season?
I was sitting there thinking about it, and it happened on a whim, and then I sat there and actually thought about it, and I was like, no, I really want to see this through. I think it's time to switch things up a little bit. We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
Same kind of guys running around doing the same stuff.
Right.
And, even though I've been a part of the league since the beginning, which is also a strong suit for my case of, what I'm trying to do here. I think we need a little new blood, maybe a fresh perspective of what's going on. I appreciate the things that Mike has done as far as writing up some of the rules and whatnot. I think there should be some changes, and I think we should also have a little more participation when it comes to thoughts and things about different rules and mindsets, amongst the other team owners as well. I feel like sometimes we don't necessarily get that, and I want to be a players rep that hears people out and listens to them instead of argues with them.
Ken, one of the big topics of the off season and during the season is vetoing trades. So you heard some of the points Mike brought up last week, and some of the points from the commissioner, some of the issues. What is your vision of trade moving forward?
So in a situation where we feel like a trade is one-sided, as a players rep, I would first go to the 2 teams that made the trade.
Okay.
I would want to hear the reasoning behind it.
Valid,
I want to
valid,
know if it's
valid.
a short-term deal just because you're desperate and need a one-week win, so you're willing to sell out the team. Does it look a little short-handed on one side or the other? Are you doing it because you're trying to make a long-haul run and you feel that guy, is the best piece for that moment to get you where you got to
So
go?
do you feel Mike has dropped the ball with being more engaged with the owners of the league?
Mike is engaged, but I feel like
Not in the
there's
correct
times
way.
where he's a little overzealous to shoot back at the owners instead of hearing what each owner has to say and then going to decide if there should be a veto or not. As a player's rep, what I would do is I would hear both sides out, and then I would present my case to the league and then feel if they wanted to vote or not. At which case, if they felt that they wanted to vote, we would take a vote. I feel like I've been around long enough and that most of the guys in this league would trust me enough to sit there, listen to both sides, and come to them with a logical case for each situation. And, if I don't feel that that's where it needs to go, I'll also present why I don't think it should be vetoed. And, if the owners still feel that we should, then we'll take it to vote. But I want to have a little more hand in the situation and kind of see where things go. I think it's time for a new perspective.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Commissioner, how do you feel about Ken running on that type of platform, that the way that he would run the vetoes, reaching out to the two owners? I've never heard of anything like that before in my years with the Lsfl.
No, it's actually nice to hear logic and some kind of thought process behind
Fucking Hitler back there.
thought process behind what he is looking at. I'm totally distracted. Sorry. Totally distracted. All right. So I like that he's come with some points and some validity and some thought behind it versus, I think this is the way it should be because this is just the way it is, which is pretty much what we hear from Captain Mumbles over there.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot.
So Ken, you have some good points, and that is something different, and I think that's what we need in the league. We need some fresh blood, some new energy. Not the same old boys club.
I also have another thought that I want to bring up real
Oh,
quick.
you do?
I do. I also want to say that, I was thinking about this on the way over, and that, when it comes to these trades, if these owners present their case and, the vote is approved, however, the owner of the team that was in question, if they go back on their word, like if they say, okay, this is the reason why, but then it's not really the reason, they just did it to get the trade off and going. I feel like maybe we should revisit towards the end of the season as far as a penalty incurrence for the next year, just to make people a little more serious about the situation. Perhaps some kind of swapping of a draft pick or something like that. Just to make things up. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about a first or second round pick, something like that, but somewhere in the middle. Because, let's be real, that's kind of where the draft happens anyway. You don't want to take that real stud away from somebody because that's just not fair right off rip. But it might make them reevaluate their situation at the moment. That's just a thought I was running over on the way here. But something else I'd like to think.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And that's something that's real innovative that I kind of like that. I really do. Commissioner, any last words before we close out?
No, just that I like that Ken's brought his A game. I wasn't sure, how that was going to pan out running against Mike. But I think he's bringing some valid points, and I think Mike better step it the fuck up, or his legacy, because that's all he's ever going to be known for as the president, because obviously his play doesn't
Championship.
His record doesn't allow him
2011
to get into the Hall of Fame. So, yeah.
So on that note, I want to thank Ken for throwing his hat in the ring against Mike. I want to thank our commissioner here.
Thank you, Greg.
And I think Mike has to really think about what he's doing, how he's approaching this campaign.
Yeah.
Because Ken seems like he's coming to play, coming to put up a good fight, Mike. So he brings some valid points in. I knew I threw my support behind you, Mike, and I'm still there with you. But the Grimace has some good valid points. So, gentlemen in the league, make sure next year you go out there and vote for your next president.
Yeah. I think after today, the polls are going to start swinging a little bit more toward the Grimace side.
Oh. That's a cold-ass honky.
And now it's time for the AFC Wildcard and NFC Wildcard breakdown.
Break it on down.
Now it's time
Bring it on
for
down.
a breakdown.
Never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it.
All right, on to our first playoff matchup. We'll start with the AFC Wildcard matchup, and this is gonna be a good one. The El Dorados at 8-5 versus the 7-6 Goats. The Goats lead this series 4-2. The El Dorados won in Week 7, 136.8 to 86.6. So put a 50-point burger on them. El Dorados, this is your second playoff appearance. You are 0-1 in your previous playoff appearance. Goats, this is your 5th out of 6, where you are 4-2 in your playoff appearances. So looking at your matchups, just going down the line, I'm going to give a little advantage for the Goats, so I like Big Ben against Buffalo because all Big Ben does is throw the ball. Because of the second matchup, I like Henry at Jacksonville, which is why I don't like Tannehill that much at Jacksonville. Carson at the Jets, I do like that. I'm going to give the Goats the edge there. I like on the receiver side, I like the El Dorados matchups. I like Adams. I like Ridley. The flex I'll give to the Goats with Claypool over Dobbins. I like the tight end position. I like Gesicki over Hawkinson, and I'll give the Redskins the edge for LD. So I'm going to give the slight edge to the El Dorados. 116 to 112 is the final score.
Damn, you took a page out
Brent,
of Ken and
it's
Fred's
the
book. That was kind of
AFC
long-winded.
I went against giving my reasoning for my actual score. Oh, go ahead, Fred. What do you got?
Fred, you thinking hard over there, boy. I see the veins in your forehead.
Is he thinking hard, or does he want to use the bathroom?
No, man.
I was leaning towards the Goats because of the projections, but I do like the receivers. I like Adams. I like Ridley. I think Dobbins is gonna do good against Cleveland. I think Washington's sneaky on defense. I think
They are good. They're good.
I think they're gonna fucking because San Francisco just doesn't do it for me. So I'm going to El Dorados. I'm not too confident, but I give them the slight edge.
All right, Ken.
I'm staying in the division. I'm picking the Goats. I think, I'm a running back guy. I think his two running backs have better weeks.
They do.
I think Tyreek Hill, he'll give him enough points at wide receiver to hold him out over Adams and Ridley. I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, I think it comes down to Roethlisberger and Connor. If Connor actually puts up a good game, which he hasn't really done all year, I think he could steal this away, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think, they're going to throw the ball like they always do. Nick Mullins kind of showed that secondary can be punched around. So I want to give it to the Goats. I think they have the better shot. But this could be a coin flip. It could come down to the last thing. I'm going to say 118, 109.
You're done?
Good? I'm done.
That's a point across.
Yeah, I think so.
The only thing that I'm worried with the Goats is if Chris Carson is going to play. But the good thing with the Goats, they're smart. They have their handcuffs. They do have Carlos Hyde. Big Ben is going to throw. I think he passed 50 times last week.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has not been running the ball all year, and I think Derrick Henry is going to have a bounce back game against Jacksonville because he didn't get the ball much last week, and I think they're going to feed the beast. I like Ridley. I like Adams. I don't like Connor at all. I don't like it at all. Drake, I'm kind of like, iffy about. So, I wore my culture shirt today. It's under the hoodie. Culture. I'm going with the team that has the culture, the winning culture, that has a championship, has been there, the winning playoff record. I'm going with Mr. Curry, GOAT, Mr. Mark. There you go.
Mike, what'd you think?
I don't know if it's because it's hot out here or y'all motherfuckers just talk.
Yeah,
Damn.
Bro, it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you
They're
got,
both
2
going to
games?
score a lot of points. I mean, I say that I'm going to go with the GOATs, but for that exact reason, I'm going to pick the fucking Eldorados because I ain't done shit right.
Right.
And then my boy Nostradamus over here always calling it. He convinced me. I think
Costa Rican.
whatever. I know that Craig ends up tying for Team of the Weeks this year. I believe in him. He's doing good.
He is.
Yeah, it's going to be Craig.
But Mike, I mean, all season long we've been talking about culture, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
This is
But
Craig.
again,
It's only,
my
only
instincts say it's going to be the GOATs. So for that
You're going against your
exactly.
Yeah, he's got to go again.
Now watch the GOATs win.
I'm either going to be the Jinx, or you're going to look like a brilliant.
Fucking Mike.
Mike just fucked up your whole shit. Freddie, change your pick. You got time.
So,
no go backsies.
So
no backsies.
Let's hear what Craig and Mark have to say about this huge AFC wildcard matchup.
This week's matchup against the Eldorados. He got me the first time we played. Hopefully I end his season this week. Fuck you, Craig.
Mark, good matchups. I haven't looked yet to see who you took out, man, but I did hear this morning from a little birdie that you did put in Akers last night. Great gut instinct, man, because I know damn well you weren't thinking about that going into it, man. So well done, sir. Just got to see who you took out, man. That's what's got me curious. But well done. You got good matchups. You know, hopefully I can squeak by. I just told the commish, man, that going into last week, I thought I was going to get my ass kicked, but I ended up stomping a mud hole in his ass. So hopefully that's a repeat, man. So good luck. We'll see you. Gonna have a blast on game day. Take care, fellas.
That's a tough one. The Craig's team has been on fire kind of this season. The Ghosts have kind of been like up and down. So, but I think I'm going to give it to the Goats this week, and be another match. Then I'll meet them again. So that'll be tough. But, I think the Goats will win. But if it's Craig, I'm sure too, he going to bring it too. So anyway, just exciting to see the matchups for this week. Hope y'all have a good weekend.
I'm going to go with the Goats over the Eldorado because Eldorado was talking much shit, and that's the only reason I'm going with them.
I was just telling Jay how the Ghosts just kind of, they just slithered along. They came out of nowhere, and here they are in the playoffs. They got a pretty good roster, but I think the Eldorados are going to pull this out. I think the Eldorados make the championship just due to the matchups. So those are my predictions, and I hope everybody has a great week.
And this week's matchup, Craig and Mark. Looks like it's going to be a tough matchup. Mark's already got Cam Akers that put up some good points. So if I had to bet, I would say Mark's going to win. But either one is, I hope either one of them makes it. Maybe we could have a WSFL member against a WSFL member in the championship. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But good luck to both guys, and we'll see what happens.
I am going to go with the Eldorados. I don't have any stats or the lineups because I was just told who to pick right before I came on the air. So just based on records and then how I played them, I'm going to go with the Eldorados.
All right, moving on to the NFC wild card of 2020. The Bronx the Brooklyn Jesters 8-5. The 6-7 Bronx Jets. The Jets lead this series 6-1.
What?
The Jets won in
the Jets won
in Week 7, 116 to 75.8. So a 40-point beatdown earlier this year too. Wow. The win streak though is at 1. Jesters, this is your 9th playoff appearance. You are 6-6 in the postseason. The Jets 6 out of 6 playoff appearances. Your record, however, is 3-4. Moving on to your matchup. Mahomes, Jackson, I think it's a push. David Johnson, Montgomery, I'm going to give slight edge to the Jets. Bernard, I like actually over Robinson at the Titans. I like that Dallas matchup. Thielen and Michael Thomas, kind of a push. Crowder, I like over Diggs. Andrews, for the Jets, I like over Henry if he plays. Corey Davis at Jacksonville, I like for the Jags. At the Jags, I like for the Jets. Push on the defenses. It all says Jets. However, my lock of the week, Jesters, 108 to 98. Mike, what you think?
How come I gotta go first?
I think
He's switching it up, baby.
Right.
Freddie's last.
So Freddie's hot. Freddie is, he's on an unbelievable streak right now. Going into the playoffs. And I want Freddie to win.
Delivering your toilet.
I want Freddie to win. I need Freddie to win. But for that reason, I'm picking the Jets.
Wow. So who's your bomb?
You doing the bomb?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. The bomb. Whatever that is.
Fred, you're the bomb.
There you go. It's on me?
Yeah.
This is tough, bro. Because I think Cleveland's defense is tougher than what we think. So I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to have a crazy game. But the Jets' other matchups, Montgomery against Houston, Robinson against Tennessee.
I don't like that.
But Thomas against Philly, Stephon Diggs against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's secondary is not that great. No, they're not. They give up a lot of points, bro. In the secondary, not touchdowns, but yardage. Freddie, man. Damn. Mixon is on the IR. McCaffrey coming back. Mike Davis is on the bench.
Damn, that hurt.
Crowder at Seattle, I like.
Crowder, I think, is going to play well because they're going to be facing his old teammate in Jamal. He wants to show up Jamal Adams. But, man, I do not like Giovanni Bernard. I don't like David Johnson. Man, Fred, I'm rooting for you. In my heart, I'm rooting for you. In my heart, I hope you pull this out. I do. I want to see you in the NFC Championship game.
Me too.
In my heart. But I can't. I'll be rooting for you, but I ain't picking you. Jets.
Ken, who do you think?
Man, this game comes down to the quarterbacks, actually. It's kind of funny. I'm looking at this, and I give the running back edge to Eric. You know, the Jets definitely, I feel, you know, Montgomery and Robinson both. I mean, I like Montgomery big time against Houston. But I give the wide receiver matchup actually to Freddie. I like Thielen at Tampa. You know, Crowder's been on fire lately. T.Y. You know, yeah, and I think Herbert will have a bounce back game, which should get Andrew some points against a terrible Atlanta secondary. I think it comes down to the quarterbacks, and I think honestly at the end of the day, Pat Mahomes has a better matchup. I don't think this is going to be overly high scoring, but then again, it could shoot through the roof.
How does Pat Mahomes have a better matchup against the fucking Dolphins? Who are nasty.
That front four for Cleveland is pretty solid. And the Baltimore defense, the Baltimore offensive line's a little suspect right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're about to watch
Flores
it.
was just
We're
saying
gonna
that.
fucking see it live.
Flores was like, bro.
Yo, Fred, you get
how
to
do you
see
stop
your
that?
fantasy quarterback live this
Y'all
weekend,
motherfuckers
Freddie.
do that bullshit.
You
Yeah.
got
All
a
right.
chance to see.
So.
Oh, Andy's seeing him fly. Oh, Pat Mahomes is rolling. All right, I'm taking the Jesters actually.
So I was talking.
Jesters.
I'm gonna pick myself, of course. I have to do it.
Why not? You have to.
Yeah, I have to. That's
With
it.
that dog.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that he has to go against the Steelers, Tennessee's defense. You know, Houston ain't too shabby. Cleveland got a good front four. So Lamar should be with that running shit all the time. They can catch him. They're quick
Cleveland
like
has a
that.
good defense. They do.
Now, because I was talking to my man Ali, and he was like, "Bro, you got this." I have an outside stage. So I know the Jets fucking owned me. What, 6 out of 7?
So, yeah.
Bro, I still can't get over that,
Would
bro.
you shut up?
So Freddie won the last matchup?
No, man. No.
You need this.
Jets.
You need this.
So
fuck the Jets. Who? Who? Fuck the Jets. Ever. Fuck them.
Wow. Alrighty.
You know what?
With an emphatic statement.
We know who's the real Bronx.
Listen here, listen. And like 5 out of the last 6. I gotta stop the Jets sooner or later. It's just like the Grimace. The Grimace owned me until we meet in the fantasy bowl. Then I'm 2-0 against them.
It was a long time ago.
So hopefully, the Jets will stay away. Hopefully, they'll kick my ass in the playoffs as well.
Freddie, like I said, in my heart, I hope you win, but I just don't see you pulling it out. I just don't see Mahomes just carrying your entire squad.
And there is no SWAT this week. But now, if you do lose by 40, our game, you're gonna get swatted.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hold
Maybe
on,
even
hold
with 30.
on. You just made me think about something. Yo.
No,
So you're told Ken is 0-2 against you in the fantasy bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, they played.
And how many times have you beat him in the fantasy bowl?
I've never played.
They can't play each other.
That's right.
in
That's
fantasy
right.
ball. So this is.
I'm just saying
Is he
playoffs.
going to the
We're talking.
game?
This is a playoff show.
Oh.
Eric.
Yes.
No, unfortunately.
So playoffs.
So how many times have you guys met in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
and
How
Ken?
many times have y'all?
I don't have the stats on me right
Well,
now.
we should check
Sorry.
that out
You
because-
can- what does that mean?
Eric.
Because I'm
Playoff
trying to
show.
find out
Eric.
what your playoff.
This is what we call deflection.
No,
This is
no,
what
no,
we
no.
gotta do.
I have a winning record.
That's what I'm asking.
All right, so let's
And last
hear.
time I played Greg in the playoffs, I brought home the belt.
Let's
In the
hear.
fantasy bowl.
Yep.
Let's hear what Eric had to say about this upcoming matchup.
And this week, I got my buddy Freddie. I know you wanted a rematch since I beat you earlier this year. I'm feeling good about my chances of winning. I've been to the conference championship every year that I've been in the league. So I'm trying to keep that streak going. Unfortunately, that means you're going to have to get knocked out of the playoffs. But, hey, there's always next year. And you also got to look forward to being the WSFL next year. So hopefully you wear your big boy pants next year to the draft. And you're going to have to bring it. You're going to have to bring it at the WSFL because I think it's even tougher to win there than it is in the Lsfl. So good luck. Best man win. And that's it, man. Let's do this.
So my prediction for the Jesters and the Jets, this happens in my own backyard. Both teams seem to be okay going into the playoffs. Eric really fought back from where he was this year, and Freddie started out hot and kind of stuttered. But, looking at the two matchups, I'm going with the Jesters because I can easily roll them over. It's just Freddie. So, I'm picking the Jesters in that game.
The Jesters and the Jets. Okay, so I am gonna go. I'm gonna pick the Jesters because Freddie rolled with me the whole season. Okay. Thank you, Freddie, for rolling with me. I appreciate it, even though you weren't going because of your head or your heart. You were going with your actually you were going with your head because you wanted to not be in the toilet as far as picking. That's fine. You picked me, and I appreciate it. So I'm going to return the favor. Jesters, I'm going with you by 3.
And I'm going to go with Freddie. Freddie talked a lot of shit this season, but he really, in that weak-ass conference, pulled his pants up and made it to the playoffs, so hats off to him. So those are my predictions, Freddie and El Dorado. Peace till next year.
The Jesters and the Jets. I mean, I got to admit, Cooper hit me with this right out the gate this morning. I didn't even look at anything. So to take a stance on anybody, I don't even know. Fuck it, I'll go St. Lucie. Kick the shit out of them, Eric.
And the matchup between the Jesters and the Jets. Let's go Jets.
I'm sure it's going to be a good game, but I think I'm going to have to go the Jets just because of just their the pedigree, you know, and in our league. So it seems like they always make the playoffs.
All right, we'd like to thank you all for joining us this week. Once again, my buddies and I are about to take a trip on the boats that we so. Alrighty.
Hurry up!
So, I'm gonna get my oar. We're gonna get in our boat and go along our merry way. Congratulations to all that are moving on, and for all of you that did not, please come join us in our fishing trip.
On the SS Rattler.
And we'll see ya next week. Fred, can you give that back to her again? No, just give it to her. No, it's nothing's wrong with it. Give it to her.
I know, but I gotta look at it.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Let's go. All right, ready? One, two, let's go. Welcome back, Lsfl family, to Lsfl Game Day Live Wildcard Weekend Edition.
Yeah!
Very exciting week. Unfortunately, the final countdown has been done. It's set. It's over for, in fact, the majority of our panel, sadly. Congratulations, Fred. I appreciate you carrying on the flag for us.
Represent.
As we move on. All right, let's start with our introduction. Speaking of that, Fred, we'll just call him the Lone Wolf. Oh! Reyes, welcome to the set, sir.
I'm back.
Fresh from ORMC. To my immediate right, it is Greg, the Captain Mayor. Welcome to the set. I'm sorry, I switched that. Let me take that back. It is Mrs. 5 and 8. Welcome to the set.
Glad you see how my Knicks hat on. I'm ready for basketball, baby.
And to my left, it is Mike, shiny and bright, toilet seat Hernandez. Welcome to the set, sir.
Tidy Bowl man.
All right, we have a super exciting show this week. You know, we're gonna talk about the playoff matchups and exciting seasonal stats we can talk about later. But let's start with the final regular season breakdown.
Bring it on there. Bring it on there. Bring it on there.
You dropped your bag, sir.
That took a lot of energy out of me right there. That took a lot of energy out of me. Something was like, what the fuck? Milkshake. Are we gonna add him to the show next year?
Well, you know, he wants to, and believe it or not, so does Jose. So
Jose? No, the problem is
I'm just letting you know.
I can see our show being 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well,
I'm still getting it. I'm
I
getting
want
the
to
T-bone.
try. I want to try a steak because I try steaks everywhere I go.
Yeah, I'm getting the T-bone.
it doesn't hurt.
Too early.
Maybe for the special, like next year's like draft special and for the cards. You have to dinner out here.
All right, you guys ready?
Go.
All right. 1, 2. Welcome back, Lsfl family, to Lsfl Gameday Live Wildcard Playoff Edition. Hold on, Mike's fucking staring at me.
He's got Pinot Grigio.
I saw something. Yeah, sorry. I saw it.
No, please.
Don't go so hard.
Don't go so hard, bro.
Right, just break
You
it
old,
off.
bro. You old with your dialysis bag.
I'm in the zone today.
Here we go. All right, come on. All right, wait, one. All right, she's coming too. So let's get the intro done. 1, 2. Welcome back, Lsfl family, to Lsfl Gameday Live Wildcard Playoff Edition.
Yeah!
She's coming. I'm not even.
I knew it. That's why I was walking. He's gonna go under the line. Yeah, he's gonna walk as fast as us.
Yeah.